Good evening, everyone. It's so wonderful to see you here and feel the presence of this incredible community, both in person and virtually. People who know me know I like to pack a lot in. I like to think of it a bit differently. I see it as living every moment knowing I have the opportunity to spend my time with intention, with purpose. Hey.
It's 4.
You know, we're all acting on our feet. Cassidy's the master of this. So, anyway, where were we? I like to spend my time with purpose toward realizing my hopes and dreams. I'm an optimist. I like to look at challenges, ones that sometimes take mustering a lot of courage, and find a way through. But I wasn't born with this tenacity or courage. I learned how to face seemingly insurmountable challenges, like so many wish children, through a teenage cancer diagnosis. My name is Courtney, and as someone who has a deep and personal bond with Make-A-Wish, I'm honored to be with you this evening to share how my experience forever shaped my life. Thank you. I was 15 when my wish was granted. That experience was about more than just getting a new computer. My wish reignited my optimism. It gave me permission to dream about my future again. It shifted my relationship with the precious gift of time. And I credit my wish for fueling this drive toward realizing my fullest potential, to manifest every wish I've ever imagined, including being a mom to my 2 beautiful children. In 1990, I was beginning my sophomore year in high school. A social person by nature, I was always that kid that got involved. An athlete, a motivated and curious student. I got my energy from challenging myself, exploring new things, and creating community. I remember being preoccupied with studying for my driver's license, swimming, which was my sport, finding a boyfriend, and rushing through my last year as a dreaded undergrad. So when my mother noticed a lump on my neck one night that fall, I really didn't think about how it could turn my life upside down. The next day, my family doctor suggested it might be Hodgkin's lymphoma. Within a few weeks, after enduring a battery of painful and terrifying tests and surgeries, my diagnosis was confirmed, and I was facing several months of treatment, along with several years to regain my health. Within a month of my diagnosis, my skin had 2nd and 3rd degree burns from the radiation. I struggled to keep any food and water down, and it was pretty common for me to pass out while taking a shower or walking across the room. My life, once so full of activity and people, diminished into hours of treatment and sleep, isolation, and fear. I was a shadow of myself. It seems obvious to me now, but at the time, I didn't realize how central my connection to others and dreaming about my future was for my well-being. And my diagnosis disrupted everything. Fortunately, I was about to receive a life-changing gift that would allow me to reconnect with all of those vital things. The true gift of my wish was to never lose sight of my dreams. It started with a phone call. My mom came to me and said it was Make-A-Wish, and they could grant a wish for me. So she said, think about it, and when you're ready, I'll call them back. So to set the stage, you must understand it was 1990, and the internet was beginning to be a thing. I mentioned that I was and still am a rather driven learner, and in those days, electric typewriters, and try not to laugh, right, were kind of a big deal, and I had one of those, mercifully. That said, I wanted and couldn't afford a computer. Plus, the internet caught my attention, and I was super curious about this World Wide Web thing, which of course is what we called it back in the day. Right? Am I? No, I'm not the only one. Right, thank you. So after a few days of thinking about it, I told my mom it was time to call Make-A-Wish back. Remember when this was the phone? I'd like a computer with an internet connection and a color monitor. Oh yeah. Oh, but no, the real kicker was a color dot matrix printer. I don't even have to ask the next question I was gonna ask. I was hoping I wasn't gonna be alone with who knows what that is. You can hear the printer, right, in your mind. You can imagine peeling off the edges. Right, but it was color too, it was color. Rare. So for maybe some in the audience who have no idea what that is, you can get a laugh later, join the joke, and take a look at it on the internet later. It might seem antiquated now, right? But at the time it felt like the equivalent of the Industrial Revolution to me, who still had whiteout, even in my electric typewriter. I remember turning on my new computer for the first time and tying up the phone line. Right, again, something that won't make any sense if you weren't my age. And I explored page after page. I met people all over the world through early versions of chat apps. These are things we take for granted now. But for a kid like me, who was trapped at home, listless from treatment, uprooted from her normal active and social life, this computer became a lifeline. It reconnected me with the world in new and fascinating ways, and I was so hooked. Just ask my mom, who tried really hard to get the pappy, by the way, so thank you. She always had to chase me off the internet so that she could use the phone to make or receive a call. Right? Way back before we all had phones in our pockets. My wish gave me access to people and places I would never have had the chance to explore otherwise. It was the gateway to my future. It inspired what became my career-long passion, creating community and building organizations. Make-A-Wish gave me the opportunity to imagine life after diagnosis, to recreate and reconnect the world to the world and my future. Receiving a wish gave me permission to dream and dream big again. As a wish recipient, a wish grantor, a former board member of Make-A-Wish National and the Bay Area chapter, and now a trustee for Make-A-Wish Alaska and Washington. I've seen the impact of wishes through a variety of lenses. Serving this incredible organization has shown me the power of a wish, not just on the child, but on the community. I've met children and parents who were able to set aside the work of treatment for just a little bit while they immerse themselves in the experience of a wish. I've met doctors and members of Make-A-Wish's Medical Advisory Council who have conducted peer-reviewed research on the positive impact of wishes for the child, the family, and the community. I've heard inspirational and heartbreaking stories about how they love, support, and are impacted by the children in their care. Sometimes a wish is the one beautiful experience they can offer a child and a family who are faced with the journey ahead. I've met strangers at retail stores, airplanes, zoos, theme parks, who hear about the opportunity to enhance the experience of a wish and see how their energy ignites. Even if it's simply smiling and cheering that child along in the experience. There was a wish I helped grant 10 plus years ago that over 500 people caught wind of and spontaneously participated in. They all still remember. Their inspiration amplified the impact of that child's wish. And being a part of it has had a sustained impact on all of our lives. I mean, I get choked up and smile just imagining how powerful the impact of that one wish was on so many. Make-A-Wish, thank you. Make-A-Wish redefines how to spread love and how to truly live. I can't know what I know, see what I've seen, and feel what I've felt, and not have a passion for making the wishes of every eligible child come true. Wishes amplify and spread love and hope in ways that change lives. The impact is the same as throwing a pebble into the ocean and generating waves that sweep up on distant shores. Through my wish, I had the opportunity to reclaim a starring role in my own story. My headline was no longer defined by cancer. I was able to envision my future in a way that seemed impossible in the throes of illness. It's all because of the generosity of Make-A-Wish and people just like you, who showed me I had a future worth investing in. Right now, there are more children than ever waiting for their wishes. These kids need the hope and joy that only a wish can provide. They need that extra boost that no doctor can prescribe. They need to be wrapped up in your love and given a chance to dream big. So I ask you to make their wishes come true, to give and to please give generously. Together we can show other kids, just like I once was, that their dreams, hopes, and futures are worth believing in. Thank you.